Everyone likes a traditional hand-tossed pizza. But you and I would love ordering in some yummy cheese burst pizza from either Domino's or from Pizza Hut too. But what do we do during these pandemic times? And when we are stuck at home during a lockdown? Also, after we buy the pizza, there is another fear factor that the pizza might be contaminated with some sort of virus or because the person making it might be affected. These thoughts might scare the daylights out of our minds. But let's not fear, a simple recipe of making pan pizzas is here. Welcome to Travel Chef and another episode of making homemade pizzas. So let's hop into a kitchen and see how pizzas are prepared. So come on. To make a pan pizza, we need yeast, and yeast is the main catalyst to make a pizza base. So let's see how to activate the yeast, which is the first step which we need to follow. So to activate the yeast, we need some warm water, which we have taken a little of warm water in a cup, and now we add 1 teaspoon of sugar. We need to stir it well. Now we need to add the yeast. So we've taken half teaspoon of yeast and we have mixed it with the warm water. Now the microbes in the yeast will get activated. This will help us to make our dough. And yeast is the main catalyst to help to ferment the dough and make it fluffy. Now to make the dough, we need maida, which we have taken around 250 grams of maida. This will be sufficient enough to give 2 pan bases of pizza. So now the maida is ready, and the next step is that we need to add the yeast. So we'll show you a process how we are activating the yeast, and we will mix this yeast with the dough to make it fluffy, and then after that we need to keep it aside for 2 hours for it to ferment. Place 250 grams of maida on a clean bowl. Now we have taken half a teaspoon of salt, next we need to add the yeast that we have mixed with the water, with the flour, and then we need to start mixing them together to make it a dough. We need to add sufficient quantities of water in order to make the dough. Now we need to knead the dough in such a way, but also to avoid it to turn by becoming sticky, we need to add a few teaspoons of cooking oil. So after pouring the first teaspoon of cooking oil, we need to knead it once again. As we see, the dough will not stick at the sides of the pan because we have added the oil. We need to continuously knead the dough to make it soft. This will make it to ferment easily and make it a little fluffy too. Now we have thoroughly kneaded our dough, and we need to keep the dough aside for 2 to 3 hours so that the fermentation process will start. The next step is to cover the dough with a wet cloth. Now the dough, once we cover it, this is to avoid the dough from getting dry, so a wet cloth is used. Since we are going to make a pan pizza with beef and sausage topping, the next step is to take 100 grams of beef which you have bought and then chop it into small pieces Mix it with the masalas and let it marinate for some time. This is a beef that we have chopped into smaller pieces. To marinate the beef, we need ginger garlic paste, salt, curd, we need coriander powder, some chaat masala, kasuri methi, garam masala powder and Kashmiri chili powder. The first step is to take half a teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. The next is to take half a teaspoon of salt, one tablespoon of curd, one teaspoon of coriander powder, then half a teaspoon of chaat masala, some kasuri methi. You have to sprinkle it across the beef, half teaspoon of garam masala powder and 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. The next step is to mix all the ingredients together and ensure the masalas properly sticks onto the beef pieces that we have cut. Now we need to keep the beef for 30 minutes in marination. Now our beef is well marinated and it's after 30 minutes. Now we need to fry it. We have cut 3 to 4 sausages into small bits. Now we need to fry this also. So both the beef as well as the sausage will go as a topping. Now we have taken a clean pan. We have lit the stove on high flame. We are going to pour sufficient oil for us to fry the beef first. Now we need to wait till the oil is hot, and this is to deep fry the beef which we have marinated. Now our oil is hot and we are now placing the beef into the stove to fry it. As we fry a beef, have you ever wondered why do we add toppings to a pizza? I would say that toppings are added to a pizza to improve its texture and the flavor of the pizza. These toppings need to be added in the correct order. Firstly, by adding cheese and the topping, this gives a deeper flavor to a pizza. Secondly, as presentation is also important, by adding topping at the last, you can see what is on the pizza, and the different colored vegetables used will surely make a pizza tempting. Finally, adding the topping above the cheese will prevent the topping from getting soggy. If the toppings such as vegetables are placed under the cheese, they will get cooked faster. Also, the topping will release water vapor as they cook, and the water vapor will get trapped under the cheese. This will make a pizza soggy. Now we have fried our beef and let's keep it aside. The next step is to take the sausage and we begin frying it. So let's wait until it turns brown in color so that we can take it off the stove. Now our dough is nice and fluffy and it's fermented well. Next we need the topping for the pizza. We have cut an onion into small pieces and it's chopped and ready. Next we have cut 2 capsicum. We have taken 2 small capsicum and chopped it. We have cut 1 tomato also. And then we have fried our beef topping as well as we have fried our sausages. Next we have got some green olives. So this can be used also as a topping. Then we have got some pizza and pasta sauce which we have purchased, which can be used as a base for the pizza. And then some Italian seasoning. This we can sprinkle it across the topping. This would add extra taste to our pizza. Now we have bought 250 grams of mozzarella cheese, which we need to grate and keep it aside. We have now grated our cheese and it is ready to be placed on top of the pizza base as topping. Now we are dividing up dough into 3 equal parts. The dough is nice, sticky and soft. So now we have got 3 dough balls which we need to place it on a tawa. So now we need to smear the tawa with some vegetable oil or cooking oil. We have used rice bran oil. Now we pat the dough into the tawa. And we spread it out a bit. We didn't want a crust of dough to be too thick, so we are spreading it out. We have smeared oil into the pan so that the dough does not stick to the pan as it is being cooked. Poking few holes onto the dough just to ensure that as the base cooks, this does not rise too much. Now we have placed the pan onto the stove and we need to cook the dough on low flame. This needs to be done for 5 minutes. Cooking the dough, we need to close the pan so that our dough cooks faster to become a pizza base. Now we need to place the pizza sauce onto the pizza base. For that we need around 2 to 3 tablespoons of pizza sauce, which we need to spread it around on the pizza base. The next is to smear across the grated cheese that we have kept aside. Cheese adds flavor to the pizza. Especially mozzarella cheese is the best for it. The next ingredient is the onions that we need to smear it across. Followed by the tomatoes that we have chopped and kept aside previously. Then followed by the capsicum. Now we need to add the beef pieces that we have fried and kept aside, followed by the sausage. Next we need to place the cut olives on top of the pizza. This gives a different taste to the pizza. Now we close to complete the toppings with additional cheese that we have grated. The final step is to add the seasoning. This gives the taste to the pizza. According to me, it's better that you add extra seasoning because it gives a better flavor and the taste to the pizza. We need to light the stove on medium flame. We need to keep it and cover the pan and let the pizza cook for 15 minutes. So let's see how our pizza comes out after 15 minutes. Now let's check whether our pizza is ready. The cheese is fully melted and the pizza is almost ready to be served. Now we can take down our pizza and we need to cut it into. Now our pizza is ready to be served and the smell and the look of the pizza is excellent, especially the smell of cheese, the melted cheese. The aroma is awesome. Now let's taste a pizza and see how good it gets. So this has come out as a thin crust pizza and the topping as well as the cheese is well melted on the pizza too. Yummy taste. There's a distinct flavor of the sauces. The pizza base has given a very good taste to the pizza, followed by the sausage as well as the olives. It has a very good taste and a distinct flavor too. So enjoy it and hope you try out a pizza. We hope that you liked watching our videos and we request you to share it with your friends if you found this video useful and informative. Please do not forget to like, share and comment on our videos. This will really help us to improve our channel and the quality of recipe videos that we create in future. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel, and until the next video, take care, stay safe and see you soon. Bye bye.